Hi, I'm Katie Kelly and I'm here with Brandon, and today we're going to show you how to install the new SMB cold air intake kit on the Nissan Titan with the Cummins engine. Alright, first thing, make sure the engine's off and the parking brake's engaged. So now that the truck's off and the parking brake's set, it's time to remove the negative cables from both batteries. So what I like to do is put a glove over the battery connector so it doesn't hit the post. Make sure not to forget the battery on the other side. Step 3, you're going to want to disconnect the MAF connector by unlocking the locking tab and then pulling out right here. Next, you're going to disconnect the temp sensor by pushing down on the tab and sliding it off. Start by removing the clamp on the turbo inlet. The second part of step 4 is to loosen the clamp to remove the tube from the airbox. Now it's time to remove the intake tube from the truck. Alright, cruising right along, we're on to step 5. And so next you just unclamp the clamps that connect to the airbox. Alright, step 6, you're just going to remove the airbox lid and the air filter. If I can get it out. Step 7, we're finally going to get the stock airbox out of the truck. So you do that by simply removing 2 bolts from over here and then 1 on the side. But don't lose the 1 on the side because we're going to need it later. And you don't have to completely remove these 2 bolts, they'll just lift right out. This is the top bolt that we're going to be reusing later. Step 8, you're going to remove the airbox from the fender seal, but don't remove it from the vehicle quite yet. Alright, step 9, you're going to rotate the airbox until you see the connector, and then you're going to pop it out with either a flathead screwdriver or a panel popper. So step 10, you're finally ready to take the airbox out of the vehicle. Step 11, it's an easy one. You just remove the fender inlet from the vehicle. Step 12, you remove the bushing and the grommet from the stock airbox. So when installing it to the SMB box, you're going to want to put it in reverse order. And a tip to putting it in is put it in the lip first and then push. So step 13, we're going to install the Vox Seal to the SMB Airbox. SMB uses premium rubbers like silicone, so the intake will last the life of your vehicle. Alright, I can't do this, so I'm going to have Brandon save the day. So step 14, you're going to install the fender seal onto the airbox, and I didn't even need Brandon for that one. So step 15, you just insert the grommets onto the bottom of the airbox. Step 16, if you're concerned about engine heat, we give you an optional plug to seal off the airbox. So people always ask me, should I use the air plug or not? So it really comes down to the climate that you're driving in. If you're in colder weather, you're going to want to take it out so you get maximum airflow, as opposed to living in the desert where you might want to keep it in so you keep away the excess engine heat. So step 17, we're going to remove the sensors from the stock airbox and put them on the SMB intake tube. It's important not to use the stock hardware we just took off the sensors because it will damage the SMB intake tube. Now we're going to install the sensors on the SMB intake tube. Just remember, use the hardware we provided. So don't give up on me, we're getting close. Step 18, you're going to slide the coupler onto the intake tube and then clamp 60 to secure it. So for step 19, you're going to need that bolt that I told you not to lose that you removed from over here so we can install the SMB intake box. So step 20, my least favorite step, and that's installing the kit into the vehicle. But I know you can get through it with these helpful tips. Like when installing, be careful of the grommets because they might fall off. So tip number 2, after carefully installing the airbox into the vehicle and not losing a grommet on the bottom, you're going to use a light and put it over here to help you line up the threads in the fender. So tip number 3, make sure you're lined up with the threaded hole and install the bolt and washer. So you're going to repeat the process for the second hole and install the bolt and washer. So make sure you didn't tighten the bolts at the bottom, so when installing the third and final bolt, you have a little wiggle room. Lining up those bolts sure did suck, but it does look sweet in the vehicle. So for step 21, we're going to push it in until it reaches the stopper. So now you're going to slide the 56 clamp onto the adapter and secure onto the turbo inlet. And then tighten the clamp. Step number 22, we're finally ready to install the air filter. SMB intakes can be purchased with the dry extendable filter or a cleanable filter. With the dry extendable filter, you can blow it out with compressed air to extend the life of it. Just remember, you never want to use cleaning solution on this one. For our 8-layer cleanable filters, you're going to want to use our Precision 2 cleaning kit, so you make sure to get the proper amount of oil back on your filter. For this install, we're going to use the cleanable filter, which I'm going to install right now. And just make sure that you don't forget to tighten the clamp. For step number 26, you're going to push the Christmas tree rivet into the side of the box to secure the harness. Step number 27, install both sensors onto the tube. And don't forget to hold back the clip and relock the mass airflow sensor. It's time to finish up by installing the lid. And if your truck doesn't start, it's probably because you forgot to connect the negative terminal. Just remember, connect them on both sides. So wow, that was a sweet install. This SMB intake will improve your airflow by 27% over stock. And we still protect your motor with an efficiency rating of 99.44%. And if you don't believe me, you can always visit our website and see the test results yourself. So now that it's all done, it's lunchtime, and we're gonna take it for a drive. Thanks for watching the install video for the Titan with the Cummins engine. We'll see you next time at SMB.